Hi, Dr. Dave here. In this video, we're going to discuss the wheres, the whens, the whys, the hows, the do's and the don'ts of stretching. We're also going to touch on the difference between exercise and stretching. Stretching is a form of exercise. It's one of the 4 types of exercises. It falls under the category of flexibility exercises. We then have strength exercises, endurance exercises like a triathlete might do, and then finally, balance exercises, like you would see a senior citizen or somebody with a neurological disorder to help prevent falls. Stretching is different though than exercising. Physiologically, stretching, the purpose of stretching is to elongate the muscles or stretch the muscles and tendons. And when we do that, we help to strengthen joints, muscles, increase blood flow, also increased range of motion and flexibility, lowering the risk of obesity and other joint problems. So stretching has so many benefits, but it is different than strength exercising or endurance exercises or balance exercises. There's been Harvard studies showing that stretching helps to increase bone density and also joint strength. So keep stretching and make it consistent. So some do's and don'ts and wheres and whens about stretching. A question I get asked a lot is, when should I stretch? Make sure you stretch after you've warmed up for at least a half an hour. Now, warmed up, what I mean by that is when you first wake up in the morning, you're not warmed up. But 30 minutes after you've woken up, you've had your coffee, maybe you've taken a shower already, then you're okay to stretch, okay? You don't have to be in a light jog to be considered to be warmed up, okay? Now, it's important to stretch when you're warmed up, but it's also okay to stretch after you work out. So if you wanna mix it up, do some light stretching when you warmed up, and then stretch some more afterwards, and target the areas, the muscles that you just exercised, that's fine. Now, as far as where, well, that's sort of a 2-part question. Where in your house, obviously, or in the gym, make sure you're in a clear space, that there's nothing that you can trip over and actually fall and hit your head on. Trust me, I've done that. It's not fun. So, second, where in the body do you want to stretch? Well, it's important to know what your issues are, what your postural imbalances are, so you know which muscle groups you need to stretch. You know, which muscles are tight in your body, so you can target your stretches for your body. So if you have any questions about that, I have some stretches for common conditions like upper cross syndrome or lower cross syndrome. Those are both postural deviations. And there's specific stretches that you want to do, specific muscle groups that you want to elongate those muscles and tendons, okay? And you might want to strengthen the other muscles, the antagonists to those muscles. And again, we get into more of that in some of the other videos on our YouTube channel. So if you like this kind of stuff, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now, besides stretching, helping with joint flexibility, mobility, reduced risk of obesity, joint strength, increased blood flow, it also has been shown in Harvard studies to create strength in the joints and reduce bone density loss. So that's really important for seniors and women who are more likely to lose bone density than men. Exercise is different in the sense that exercise is not a sustained, like in a stretch, it's gonna be a sustained action. Now make sure, again, that sustained action is no longer than 30 seconds if it's an intense stretch. If it's not so intense, you can do it for a minute or 2. Whereas exercise is not a sustained action typically. It's more of a flexion or a contraction of the muscle, and it's done in a repetitive fashion. So if you have any questions about stretches or exercises, the wheres, the whens, the whys, the hows, the do's and the don'ts, make sure to comment below and I'll be sure to answer any of your questions. Thanks and have a great day.